Building with logs has a long tradition in Sweden. The methods have varied through the years, and there are fairly large regional differences, such as in the design of the corners. Today, there are log houses produced in modern industrial facilities using computer-controlled machines. But there are still carpenters who preserve the tradition, doing everything by hand and creating a fantastic house with great skill and feeling. The variations between these two extremes are legion, even as to the degree of mechanization. One way of working that's been gaining in popularity is to prepare the beams with mechanical sawing and moulding before doing everything else by hand. This makes it possible to build a log house in a much shorter time than if the logs are prepared by hand. The most common method is building with fresh logs, but then the beam must be raised as soon as possible after it's sawn and moulded. If you want to raise the house with dried beams, they must be sawn fresh at least 1 inch too large. When they've dried, you can saw them to the correct dimensions, ensuring straightness. Lastly, both sides of the beam are moulded. Logosol arranges courses in building log houses. Over 1 week, you can learn the basics. Many of our participants take the course as a break from a stressful working schedule. There's no better leisure activity than building a log house. According to Taiko Lu, log cabin expert used by Logosol for the courses, if you use ready moulded beams, you can save up to 30% of the time otherwise needed if you had to mould them with hand tools and chainsaw. The combination of the Logosol sawmill and the Logosol log house moulder reduces the time per log to around 30 minutes. Previously, I did everything by hand, but then I didn't earn anything either. I guess you can see that by how thin I am. But if anyone wants to start a business building log houses, they've got to use a mechanical moulder to plane off the upper and lower edges. Make no mistake, that's the way to do it today.
Det har jag ju sett idag. Det råder ingen tvekan om det.